Good morning, everybody. I'm Adam, and this is Conscious Driving Awareness. So, it's October 17th. It's a Thursday morning, and right now I'm headed to Glanborough. I'm actually quite shocked right now how smooth the traffic is moving. There must not be very many people on the road today because normally we're already backed up. But because we're not, this kind of makes things a little bit easier. Because I know once we get to the Skyway, it's going to get backed up. So, in the mornings, usually around 5:30 till 10 a.m. in the mornings, all of us are going to work. We're all doing the same thing, heading into work, trying to make a living for ourselves, right? Well, every morning we usually do the same thing. Today's a little bit better, but I have a feeling that's going to change as soon as we get over the top of this hill. As you can see, you see a lot more brake lights. Now, we don't need to rush into those brake lights because those brake lights have to get moving before we can get moving. So there's no point in rushing up to them. If we see the brake lights, we should use that as a reference sign, being like, oh, it looks like people are getting jammed up there. Maybe we should slow it down a little bit, create the space, let people through, so that we can keep driving and not come to a complete dead stop like we are now. So, as you can see, I've already started braking quite a bit a ways back there because I could see the brake lights and I knew that they're stopped up here and there's no point in rushing to their bumper because they got to start moving before I can get moving. And this is a big thing that we do every morning. We rush up to those brake lights and now we're sitting in traffic. So to fix that is to stop rushing up to the red lights when you see them. We gotta slow down, which is what I'm trying to say. Speed isn't always our friend in heavy volume situations like this. This is actually counterintuitive going fast. We want to go fast, we gotta go to work, we gotta get our day done, I get it. We're all doing the same thing. Now we need to work together. Instead of driving individually, let's drive collectively. As we're all doing the same thing collectively right now. We're trying to get into work. If we were informed on what's going on the highways more than every 15 minutes from the radio or what have you, we can adjust our driving. But if we're not getting the information, we can't adjust our driving. We don't know what we're driving into. But we don't have that technology just yet. That's something I'll get into a little bit later. But for now, what we can do is we can work together. We don't have the technology to tell us what's going on the highways, but we do have eyes and consciousness to see, oh, well, there's really no point in running up to the brake lights. You can see them on the skyways. You can see them when you're going down the cusps of hills or going up hills. You don't need to be in a big truck to see. There's always a chance to see what's going on ahead of you. And honestly, if we start creating space and stop rushing, like right now we have space. Everything's moving quite well. But again, using my eyes, looking ahead, I can see it's all brake lights on the Skyway. So there's no point in rushing into the Skyway right now. I know we want to go faster, but we can't go faster until all those people get moving in front of us. So collectively, we need to acknowledge that, wake up, and start using our vehicles for our advantage instead of just being mindless drones behind the wheel. Yes, you know how to hit the gas, you know how to go fast, but necessarily isn't always the best thing to be going fast in high volume situations, just like this. Now I've tried to slow down before coming to a complete stop, but again, Pardon me. There's just too many of us. It's such a rush that we are the ones that cause the traffic. We are the ones that create this sickness that is traffic, because we're all in a rush and we're all individuals with their own individual lives, thinking that my individual life is better than the next person. It doesn't really have any effect on your individual life in this situation. We're all dealing with it, so let's all deal with it better. We simply just got to be paying more attention and be consciously aware of what we're driving into. If we see brake lights, well then what the heck are we just like ripping up to it for? Would you much rather be going through this at a faster pace, or do you want to do stop go stop go? You gotta like gauge your distance in front of the car and keep that distance. You don't need to be right on top of their bumper. If you're on top of their bumper, that's taking space away, and you can't move anywhere until that car gets out of your way. But if you're creating the space, letting people in, what have you, things will move much smoother, and we can get going through our day much faster, as we are all doing the same thing.